Now to the verdict in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. It was a split verdict. The jury finding Combs guilty on 2 counts, but not guilty of the most serious charges. A hearing will be getting underway at any moment to discuss whether Combs will actually be eligible for bail.
Now, even though he was cleared of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, he could still face jail time. CBS's Bradley Blackburn joins us live in New York City tonight. And Bradley, when the verdict came down, Combs fell to his knees in prayer.
That's right, Courtney and David. He fell to his knees in prayer. He thanked his family, and he was seen whispering to his family, saying to them, "I'll be home soon." But that is the question now. How much jail time could he face for the convictions on those 2 lesser charges? And more immediately, will he get out on bail? A big crowd gathered outside the courthouse behind me right now as that hearing gets underway, with the possibility that this one-time mogul could again walk out those doors a free man. Family members were greeted with cheers outside the courthouse minutes after Sean Diddy Combs heard the jury's verdict. The hip-hop mogul was found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. He was found guilty of arranging transportation to engage in prostitution.
The government has to have their tail between their legs. This is just a huge loss for them. They went out on a limb, and the jury, saw it the way the defense saw it.
Prosecutors tried to convince the jury Combs was the leader of a criminal enterprise, one that forced women into abusive sex acts during drug-fueled parties he called freak-offs.
Whether or not the freak-offs cross that line from maybe morally questionable or seriously questionable to illegal, I think that's where things broke down for the prosecution.
The government's star witness was Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Her attorney said she's in a good place.
She was pleased that he's been found guilty and held responsible of 2 federal crimes, something that he's never been held responsible in his entire life.
The verdict is seen as a big win for the defense. Combs' attorneys had argued the freak-offs were consensual and accused the prosecution of putting Combs on trial for his lifestyle. Even cleared of the most serious charges, his conviction on the prostitution counts could bring up to a decade behind bars.
This sentencing is really up in the air. He has no prior offenses, which puts him in the lowest category for calculating those guidelines.
As the verdict was read, Combs pumped his fist in the air, then dropped to his knees in prayer and said to his family, "I'll be home soon." Combs has been in custody since September of last year, when he was first indicted by a grand jury and arrested. And David and Courtney, while today's jury verdict does clear him of the most serious criminal charges, he continues to face civil lawsuits from some of his alleged victims.
Bradley Blackburn, thank you, joining us live in New York City tonight.